It's new bike day!
Yes, millions of you lot have been buying new bikes, so who's got one?
Guess what, Neil? It's me! It's all coming up on the Dirt Shed Show! Yes, welcome to the Dirt Shed Show with me, Martyn Ashton, and who's in the shed?
Neil Donahue this week. Hello, Mart. How's it going?
Oh, good, man. How are you? How has your week been?
It's been good. I've actually ridden quite a lot this week. I did 2 rides yesterday. Had a good night ride. It was actually a bit dark. The night's drawing in a little bit, and I got caught out in the dark last night.
Yeah, and usually at this point, Neil, I'm very jealous because I'm listening to all your stories of riding. But as you said, and as we discussed last week in the Dirt Shed Show, millions of people have bought new bikes. Now, I haven't bought a new bike this week, but I have just started riding a new bike. I've been riding this week too.
I've seen your pictures. Looks amazing. How is it to get out on that bike?
Oh, it's incredible. It's an adapted bike. It's called the bowhead, and it's a trike, but it's articulated so it can lean in the corners, which makes it really fun to ride because on a more than 2-wheeled bike, that's what you tend to lose. You suddenly get this very static ride. But this bike is really cool. It's electrically powered because obviously I can't pedal. So it's sort of like a electric wheelchair mountain bike. It's pretty cool.
But one that you can shred.
Yeah, it's so fun, and I think I'm going to be able to do some really cool stuff with this. So I am putting myself in the bracket of this returning wave of mountain bikers. I hadn't realised I dropped out really, because when I have been riding with you guys in Whistler and places like that on a standard, what is now called a bucket bike, with an adapted seat on it, I was basically only riding maybe 1 or 2 weeks of the year at very special locations, but because of all the stuff I need around me in terms of support, it's hard to get out and it makes it more difficult. But with this new bike, I'm very, very independent, which is amazing. Feels great for me, obviously, because it means I feel more like a mountain bike rider, just like I did back in the day. But of course, with all these new riders coming in because of lockdown, I'm part of a new wave of riders. I'm young again.
Yeah, it looks crazy. I guess, you know, with your bucket bikes, your e-bikes in the past, you can ride them hard, as you obviously have shown, but there's always the worry that if you slide out, you know, you can't really shred it that hard because you're going to topple over. But with this bike, I guess you can push it pretty hard.
You can push it pretty hard. I mean, it's got some limitations, but it's pretty quick down the hill. It'll climb really well, which is great, which means it can get me into places I've just never got before. Awesome. But what's really great is when you do topple over, because inevitably when you're riding mountain bikes, you're going to make mistakes. I can get myself back upright again. And I'm in a really safe little space. It's so much fun, and I cannot wait to be riding with you boys on some shoots. We've got a little bit of a sand dune shoot planned already, which is going to be hilarious. But also, I thought with this bike, because I really feel like I can progress it, make additions, there's going to be engineering updates to it, and obviously my riding's going to improve. I thought, why don't we create a bit of like a Martyn mission to follow here on the Dirt Shed Show?
Yes.
So we talked about this right at the start of the year when we had the news that EWS was joining forces with GMBN and we were going to be showing their races. What about I try and ride an EWS round in 2021? I mean, is that madness? In your experience, is that madness?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out. I'm sure we will find out because I'm sure you'll do it. But yeah, I bet if you pick the right place, let me have a think of location. I bet some of the trails will be amazing. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to ride a big international race, and an EWS seems like the right place to go. And obviously, I love EWS racing, and I've never done an Enduro. I never did one before I had my accident, so it'll be a totally new experience for me. And it would also mean that I'm going to have to solve quite a few problems in terms of riding techniques, being able to carry all the stuff I need to maintain the bike whilst I'm on the route. I'll probably drag one of you guys along with me just to make sure I'm safe. But you know what? Why don't we make it Martyn's mission here on the Dirt Shed Show that I ride an EWS round in 2021? What do you think?
I'll do it. I can't wait.
Cool, man. We're going to make that a mission. So let's move on with the show from my bowhead news and new bike days. What we'd love to know in the comments down below is, are you one of these people who've got a brand new bike during lockdown and during the pandemic, because cycling's come out of it really well? Let us know about that in the comments down below. Neil, haven't you got a new bike as well?
Well, I bought my son Lucas a new bike. Technically my Pole's a bit old now. I've had it a couple of months, although I've barely ridden it. So I guess it's technically a new bike.
It looks brand spanking.
Yep.
It looks amazing. How's that slack front end angle? How is that? You liking that?
Yeah, everything's scaled up on that bike, so it's long, it's slack, but also the back end is long. So I went for my proper first ride on it yesterday, where I actually spent a good afternoon shredding the thing, and I was surprised how well it went. And actually, I hit some jumps, so quite hard to clear. So I was really pumping and sort of, you got to clear the backside perfectly to get the next jump. And I was actually really impressed. It's a 180mm travel bike. You think that might be a bit hard work, but it went through sweet as a nut.
Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you shredding that bike. How about some news? Let's see what's been going on this week, shall we?
Welcome to this week's news. My name is Blake Sampson, and we got some good news for some Bike Park Wales visitors. Yes, Bike Park Wales and Toe Peak have just signed a 3-year partnership. Now that means there's going to be workstations for us visitors to work on our own bikes instead of booking it into the workshop and waiting ages. You can do it all yourself on these workstations. Look at that. You've got chain tools, you've got disc straightening tools, you've got everything you need to do to fix your bike when something just pops up from riding the trails. Now all the work crew at Bike Park Wales will be carrying some multi-tools in their pockets. So if you bump into one of them and you have an issue, you can just say, hey, have you got a multi-tool, dude? Because I got something wrong with my bike. They'll be willing to help. Massive disappointment for race fans out there. Yes, the XCN World Cup 2020 revenge season is cancelled. This rescheduled double discipline was meant to take part on the 4th and 6th of September. It was cancelled due to all those organisers saying that they can't operate safely to COVID guidelines, which is a shame, but not all is lost, because it's been rescheduled again and to be taking part in Leger on the 19th and 17th of September. So, not all is lost, sports fans. In similar news, Sea Otter Festival 2020 is cancelled. Yes, the rescheduled event was meant to take part on the 1st to the 4th of October, but due to COVID-19 and Lenzerheide World Cup being cancelled, the festival thought that they wouldn't be able to work safely to COVID-19 health guidelines. Now they've had a big discussion with Monterey County health officials and they have canned it. They've stopped it, but not all is lost, because starting on the 1st of October, there's going to be virtual challenges. And then from the 17th to the 20th, there's going to be a virtual festival of Sea Otter. How cool is that? So not all is lost. Not all bad. We've got some good news because we've just launched some new merchandise. Yes, take a look at this. This is my favorite t-shirt that we've come up with so far. This is the Adventure Green Tee. I love this, and you got a mug to match it as well. But we've got loads of new t-shirts, loads of nice designs coming out on our GMBN shop. Now, if you want to help support us, hit the link in the description down below, because every little helps and helps us produce a lot more content for you to feast your eyes on. So yeah, that's the end of the news. Thank you very much for watching this. Back to the show.
Hack some bodges, hack some bodges, hack some bodges, hack some bodges.
Remix.
See what I did it? I changed it up there.
Remix.
I changed it up. What do you think?
Sounds as bad as ever.
That actually did sound really bad. Yeah, it's time for Hacks and Bodges. It's your weekly opportunity to try and win yourself one of the very cool, very trendy, and very sought after GMBN race tops.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, nice, eh? So we've got some really good contenders. First one, look at this, chesty mount. I like this, from Jens. Sent this in. Now, obviously, just adapting a backpack and that little chest strap that you've got in the backpack, just simply zip tying the GoPro on there.
Yeah.
Great angle.
Get it? Yeah.
Great angle. Yeah.
We see
good,
a lot of
actually.
GoPro hacks where people are mounting them to different things using different techniques. That's quite a good one, definitely. Fancy GoPro 8 as well, very nice.
Yeah, it is very nice. But you do get, I just was messing around with a chest D yesterday, and it was amazing the angles you get from it. You forget how simple that angle is.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget, but stick the camera there, you see an awful lot.
Well, you realise how good those new GoPro 8s are as well, to be honest, like how stable they are. You can stick them on, I've put them on some things that vibrate so much. In the past, it would look terrible, and you get away with it nowadays. They're so clever, the stabilisation on them. Very good.
Yeah, I don't really know how they do that. Does they sort of zoom into the shot, maybe?
I think so, yeah.
It's very clever, it's very clever. But yeah, good one, Jens, like that a lot, very useful, good suggestion. Next up from Baxter, look at this, really cool little kicker ramp with a wheel addition, look, so you can just roll it around. Look at him rolling it through the school.
We see a lot of homemade kicker ramps, and that's the thing you sometimes forget about, you've got to get it somewhere. Win Masters, he's been riding all over Munich in lockdown with his, and you see him riding around, sitting on his social media with that thing strapped to his back.
Yeah, I like that a lot, and Baxter can really use it. Look at that no hand into a downslope.
That's proper cool. Whilst there's a game of football going on in the background or something.
Showing them how it's going on.
Good.
Nice.
Nice one. And next up, I like this one from Cash.
Yeah.
Simple manual machine, but really well made, and he's added that all-important chain on the front wheel. Could be, you could use a bit of string or whatever rope.
The
but he's
anti-loop
used the chain here.
So you don't land on the motocross bike on your back.
Absolutely. Now, I wanted to ask you though about this because the GoPro angle, that definitely works. The roll around kicker ramp, that definitely works. Yeah. Do manual machines work, Neil? I mean, you're a manual master. Is this a way to actually learn manuals?
I'm gonna say I don't know, but I am a bit old school. I would have done it, get out there and learn it. I would say the one really, really important thing about learning to manual is covering the back brake, and I did this in a crash course just recently. Somebody looped out, they could manual really well, but learning how to use the back brake to save it is probably the biggest skill. So as soon as you get confident with that, you can really throw your weight around and know that the back brake's going to stop you. And it will actually, saying that, it will work on a manual machine. Obviously the loop out rope is going to stop it as well, but I think the back brake would also stop it coming up, wouldn't it? So
yeah, I mean, you can see on Cash's video, he's really modulating the back brake and he's trying different heights. But the one thing I thought is you're not getting the sideways movement that you've really got to learn on a manual, because a manual becomes kind of like a balance of an S, doesn't it?
It does.
As you're going down the trail, you're not absolutely in a straight line. You're going from one side to the other.
True.
So I guess that's the one bit that's missing. But you know what I mean? It definitely gets the up and down bit.
I think that is the hard part, I think, for people to learn from not being able to do it at all, is to get the front wheel up. So it's going to help with that. But like you say, I think you need to move it on to doing it properly pretty quickly, I think.
Yeah. So go on then, that gives you a tricky situation. You've basically got to join the dots between which one is going to win the race top this week. You've got the really cool chesty mount.
I know we've had a few of these, but I think they're always good to see, and I like to see people using them, but also that little ingenious wheel hack. I think that's a good one.
That's nice. Baxter, you are a winner. Congratulations. If you would like to win a race top like Baxter, then make sure you send in your hacks and bodges to the GMBN uploader, where you can put everything in there and maybe be a winner next week. We'd love to see what you're doing out there, so good luck. Right, next up on the show, we're going to do a bit of a fail and send medley. Neil, have you been doing any fails or any sends this week?
I've done both this week. I've said I rode twice yesterday. I did some sends on my first rides, and then I did a little fail on my second ride, where I tried to ride across an off camber at about 2 miles an hour, and my front wheel hit a stone that rolled away, and I just fell on my knee. Bit crap, but I fell off.
I found myself in a bush, actually, at one point this week.
Great job from you there, Matt.
Thankfully, it was on a ride when I was with Alfie, who had to basically strategically pull me out of it.
There's not a cat up a tree, there's a Martyn up a tree.
It was a little bit like that. It was a little bit like that. And it was one of the cases, if you roll to the right, you're safe. And if you roll to the left, it was something of a mountain to fall down. So it's a bit of a precarious situation, but let's see how you guys have been doing with your fails and your sends. Hit play.
Nice one.
Now we've got a bit of a downhill racing, four-cross racing, dual slalom legend, fly-in Brian Lopes to give us some tips for some new riders out there.
Right, I better listen up.
Hey, what's up, Global Mountain Bike Network listeners? My name is Brian Lopes. I've been racing bicycles for 44 years, a long time. I did all kinds of different disciplines, started off in BMX, moved over to mountain bikes, raced dual slalom and downhill for a long time. Man, I see a lot of mistakes by beginners, but hey, that's why we're beginners, right? We all make mistakes when we're learning out, and we try to fix those mistakes, be as safe as possible, and enjoy, learn, progress. I'll give you a few common mistakes that I often see, and I'm always telling people, hey, do this or do that. First one, wrong pedal down. I know you guys probably know this, but if you don't, when you go through a left turn, you don't want your left pedal down. You want your pedals either level or you want your left pedal up. What's gonna happen if your left pedal's down and you're leaning too far going through a turn? Pedal's gonna hit the ground, your back end's gonna skip out from under you, and gonna hit the ground before you know it. Opposite, if you're going through a right-hand corner, you don't want your right pedal down. Pedals level or right pedal up, left pedal down. Another common mistake I see is people leaning back too far. They're going down a hill. It's not even a steep hill. It's actually pretty mellow hill, but they think they need to get real far over the back of their bike. And you know, I understand people are scared. They don't want to go over the bars, and that's why they're leaning back as far as they are. You want to be more centered in your bike. You want to have your weight distributed evenly over your two wheels. When you're leaning too far back, you have no weight over the front tire, and it gets real squirrely up there. So we want to try to avoid that. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is brake modulation. Well, first of all, we don't want to grab the front brake too hard, especially as a beginner, because you're either going to go over the bars or the front end's going to wash on you because you're grabbing it too hard. But even with the back brake, I see a lot of people, they're really on and off with the brake, and you want to try to modulate that power. What modulation means is you want to ease into the squeeze. You don't really want your back tire locking up. You want to slow down. It's kind of like anti-lock brakes on your car, you could say. If you start to feel that rear tire lock up, ease off the brake lever so you can get that rear wheel to slow you down but to not skid. That'll also help you stay in better control. Anyways, I hope those mistakes to avoid as beginners helped. Martyn, thanks for having me on the Dirt Shed GMBN show, and yeah, get out there and shred. See you guys.
This week's caption contest is a picture actually of Richard struggling to get out of bed for his summer solstice ride. The winner gets one of these GMBN flasks in the post. Let's kick it off with one from Andrew Harl, who says, struggling to sleep, try the GCN show. Harsh.
I like that one because that sort of comes off the back of last week's MTB versus road discussion. Yeah. So Andrew obviously thinks MTB won that one. We've also got one from Certified Carner, and he says, "It's my bike thing. Is my bike thinking about me too?"
Probably
not. You know what?
They're not sentient beings.
Probably. Well, you've put us straight there. You've put us straight there.
Jake Diamond, when you feel the sugar dump after how much sugar Rich had to eat on his longest summer day ride? He did. I wonder how many calories he got through. Did he burn more than he got through? That's what I want to know. Hard to tell.
Well, that's quite a day's ride. You've done that. Is it pretty difficult?
Yeah, I think Rich rode further than I did. I think I did 100 miles. I actually didn't ride till sundown because I did the South Downs way, and I got there before the sun went down, so I sort of cheated. I was like, well, I'm not going to turn around now, and that'll do. I actually really enjoyed it. It was great. I'm looking forward to doing it next year, hopefully. Might have to fight Blake for the chance to do it.
Yeah, it's certainly a cool day out. It's a great video too. Definitely worth a watch. You haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pick the winner this week. I think Andrew Harl has got it at the start. Struggling to sleep. Try the GCN show.
All right.
I like that one a lot.
Send us details.
You are a winner of a flask.
Yeah, we'll get that in the post for you.
Nice. Right, we've got a really busy week on the channel this week, so let's take a look. What's coming up? Another busy week this week, so what are you looking forward to, Neil?
Well, on actually the end of the week, Sunday, we've got how hard can you shred an e-mountain bike? I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, that is going to be cool actually. I tell you what I'm looking forward to, and I know it's been long awaited by you all out there. Part 2 of my ride has been ruined, problem solved video. I mean, the first one was an absolute banger. This one, bound to be even better.
Amazing, can't wait. Sounds like you've really hyped it up, so I hope I'm not disappointed. Plus, we've got how to pre-hop on the trail as our Wednesday how-to video.
Oh, nice stuff. And we've definitely got a Sends of the Month coming next week as well. See all your massive moments out riding. It's a great week on GMBN, so make sure you don't miss a single video. If you subscribe, then you'll get a notification. That would be helpful. Why don't you try that?
Right, Mark, I'm going for the bell because I know what's coming next.
That's right. It is time for the bike vault. What we got first?
This is Julian's Orange 5 from 2017, riding in Horsham, taken at the bottom of our local single track run. Ready for another go. Super keen. I like that nice. You've got the stick technique down. That's how we do it for Instagram. Just put a stick in your bottom bracket. Although I'd have the other pedal forward if I'm honest. But
yeah, Blake gets really funny if you haven't got 3 o'clock.
Blake gets really funny. So when I put my bike on the roof, I always put the dropper seat down if it goes on my roof rack, and he says it should be up. And I'm like, why would you have it up? It's sticking up more. And he's really funny about it.
so Blake. He does get really funny if it's not a non-drive side photo on the bike vault, which this one's thankfully the right side. It's nice.
It is.
I like this one. It's nice.
Orange 5s have like a bit of a cult following. So there'll be loads of people shouting at us for saying it's not super nice, but it's nice.
I used to have a really cool one, the ladies version. So it was really tiny and I had it set up as a trials bike.
Remember that?
I can't remember what the ladies version was called. It had a different name, but it was really cool.
Diva? Is it Orange Diva?
Diva, yeah, very nice. Right, next up we've got David's Common Cell Clash 20. Look at those wheels, my God.
They're so rad. These are, I did the video last year, wasn't it, where we went out with some youths shredding on the Common Cell bikes. These are 20 inch, they're proper small shredder bikes.
Wow.
Tiny little thin handlebars and grips so the kids can grab onto them. I mean, it's got to be super nice, come on.
Definitely.
6-year-old son, Andrew's been riding that in SoCal.
Cool. So cool. Next up, Heather's Ibis Mojo 3. This is in Alberta, Canada. I like this.
That's a beautiful spot, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very nice. And I really like this bike, Neil. I've got a bit of a thing for this.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Ibis, I think they're a really cool brand, definitely.
Yeah. Can I have the bell on?
Go on then. Yeah. I shall agree with that.
Yeah, very nice. Very cool bike. Look at this. Wow. 1995 Giant.
Is it that old? It didn't look that old to me, although it's got V-brakes. Yeah, I remember these bikes. One of my friends had one of these back in the day. It's got a dropper post on now, though. Oh yeah, it's been upgraded.
It's got some cool bits on there.
He's upgraded to V-brakes from Canties. Well, that's a decent upgrade, to be fair. Dropper post. Yeah, it's still fun for the local trails which aren't technical. And the original 8-speed grip shift. Whoa.
8-speed grip shift. Wow.
Only weighs 23 pounds. I mean, that's a cool hack about it, isn't it? Definitely.
Ding dong.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I like it. Just for the throwbackness.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got John's Yeti.
Nice.
Oh, look at this thing. Ooh, weapon.
It's a mullet. He's got the SB6 mullet with box 2. It's in New England, Maine. Check it out, Shakedown Street.
So wait, so a mullet, so he's got a 29 front and a 27.5 rear, okay.
I don't know if they come like that. I'm not super up on my Yetis, to be fair. I've got a feeling he might have done that himself, sort of modified it. I'm not sure. People will let us know in the comments, I'm sure.
What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I love the turquoise. I love the stem that matches. He's got yellow sticker on his shock and his top tube. I mean, it's got to be a super nice.
It's got to be. Always is. But blooming Yetis. They now sneak them in, don't they?
Yeah.
Right, Greg's Mayata Valley Runner. Wow.
More retro. So, do you remember Greg
So
Herbold won the Downhill World Champs first one?
Yes.
That was on a Miata, not that one. It was a different brand, a different model.
Yeah. But I was thinking Mayata, why do I know that name? And that's why, Greg Herbold, yeah.
What does it say? 1991.
Wow, that's cool.
Valley Runner alloy, aluminium lugs with aluminium front triangle. The head tube is made of the lug. Oh yeah, look at the head tube on it. Chain stays and the seat stay and the fork are chromoly steel. That's crazy. So it's got sort of aluminium triangle and the rest of it's steel. Wow.
Wow.
How does that work?
Wow. It's cool though. I like it, man. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, I'm into this one. I'm into this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's got to be another retro super nice. I don't think people will agree with us. I think some of our viewers aren't as appreciative as the retros as we are. It's probably because we're a bit old, Martyn.
Yeah, it's our age. I like that one a lot. Sorry, that's definitely a good one.
Yeah.
Next up, we have got Dakota's Specialized Rock Hopper. This is a 2020 hardtail.
Yeah.
That's how they've changed. Look at that. It looks like a very capable machine.
That's a good looking bike, isn't it? I think that looks cool. The colour of it, it looks nice and simple. I really like that.
Yeah, I'd be pleased with that in my garage.
It's a big old stem. Look at the stem going up on it.
Yeah. Nice, like it.
Nice.
Ooh, controversial. Same colour bars as your frame. This is Merco's Giant XTC Alliance.
Yeah.
What are you thinking on this one? It's got a lot of,
it's all right.
I don't know, the white rims.
White rims have
bars.
sort of, they were in fashion. They seem to have fallen out of fashion. Everything is black at the moment. You can't buy anything that isn't black when it comes to rims. But I'm not saying white rims are wrong. It looks quite good with the fork, but I don't know.
I like it. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice. It's definitely nice. I think from a different angle it could have done better, but it's nice. Next up, oh that's it, we're out the bike vault. We're out. Oh man, you just get going and they throw you. God damn it. Some good bikes in there this week, weren't there?
Yeah, get involved on our Instagram as well. We always put them up in our stories, so you can vote yourself on what's nice and what's super nice. And the great thing is, once you've done it, you can see what everyone else thinks as well. So do it.
Yeah, have a play along. Neil, thanks for being on the show again once more. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What have you got planned this week? Anything interesting?
Going out for a ride tomorrow. I'm making the most of summer, even though it's been a bit wet this week. I'm just trying to ride as much as I can. So yeah, why not? It's fun.
Yeah. You know what? Me too on that nice new bike. Can't wait. Thank you for watching the Dirt Shed Show once more. Make sure you subscribe to GMBN while you've got the chance. But until next week, me and Neil will see you another time.
See ya.